All right, so we are getting ready to launch right back into the activities. I did indicate to you that we are trying to keep this as tight as we possibly can. And so, even though they had on the program half an hour for lunch, I said, let us try to see if we can tighten this up because we do still have some giveaways. I just want to make sure that those of you who won credit, that you put that in the chat so we can see because we want to do some more. But if no one won what we shared earlier, we want to run those numbers again just in case. All right. So if you put the credit on your phone, you need to claim it. You need to indicate that you have so I can move on. So perhaps somebody else can win as well. But we have some other giveaways to do now. And so I'm going to move into that. And so, Danny, I'm going to ask you to bring up the wheel. This is fantastic because we're not even asking any questions. We're just giving things away here on the program. Calling it a program that is stuck in my head. It has been so far just an amazing experience, spending time learning together. And I tell you that Venn diagram it's just growing. We're connecting the dots and we're seeking to ensure that we learn more about excellence in customer service. And boy, don't you all look for the day, long for the day, waiting for the day when every organization that we walk into. And by the way, when we talk about organizations, we talk about the buildings, the physical buildings. Those need to be attractive to, that is part of the customer service. You must be walking into a good, clean, wonderful environment. And even if someone is sailing on the side of the road, they need to ensure that the customer service is excellent. Because of course, if you serve your customers well, they will come back to you. All right, Danny, so we're ready to spin that wheel and we are now going to be giving away a basket from Celebration Brands Limited. Let's go, Danny. And we see the wheel taking it all around and it's even faster now. We want to know who's the lucky winner of this first gift that we're giving here on day 2 of the JAXA conference. Let us see who has won. Renee and Allen Casey? Yes, Renee Allen Casey. Let's say congratulations to Renee Allen Casey. And Renee, from the registration, I think we'll figure out how it is that we get to you to ensure that you get your prize. And that is a wonderful basket from Celebration Brands Limited. Now, I don't want to leave anything on my table. I don't want to leave anything at all. And I still have some more to go. So I'm going to do just one more before we move into our next session. And this is another basket from CPJ. Yes, so we gave away one yesterday and we're giving away one today. So let's go, Danny. Can we bring that wheel up again? And the wheel, of course, is going to start spinning very slowly. Let's go and we'll see who has won this next basket. Let's go, Danny. Take it away. There we go. Going steady. Then we're going to Sabrina Brooks Palmer. Congratulations to you. You see how nice we are? You don't even have to do anything to win these baskets. We are just generous and giving them away. That, by the way, is what good customer service is all about. You have been such amazing. And when I say amazing audience, I mean amazing. When I see all of those comments and questions that you've posted in the chat, we know that you're enjoying Conference 2024. The 21st annual staging of this conference has been exceptional. And so we're very happy that we're able to give something away. All right, we're moving along because we do have quite a bit of activity still left for Conference 2024. And so we are going to now invite Nakita West, Vice President, Professional Development with Jaxa to introduce our next guest and presenter.
Thank you, Althea. Good afternoon, everyone. It is my esteemed pleasure to introduce Miss Alicia Little. Alicia Little is a digital marketing expert with 23 years of experience. She has held prestigious positions at the White House, the US EPA, and the City of New Orleans Mayor's Office before transitioning to the digital space. Alicia founded Monetize Marketing, a training and marketing company with her sister Lorette. She's also a successful real estate investor and co-owner of Protected Equity LLC with her partner Greg. Alicia has received numerous awards, including the Markham Awards, the Ava Digital Awards, Communicator Awards, .com Awards, Nation Builders Awards, ClickFunnels 2, Club Awards twice, and the TSP Circle of 7 Award. As a speaker and trainer, she shares her expertise internationally as she guides entrepreneurs and corporations to leverage the power of digital technology and the use of artificial intelligence to grow and scale their businesses. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome to the stage the Queen of AI, Miss Alicia Little.
Thank you, Nikita. Thank you so much. I am so excited to be here, and thank you for that great introduction. What an amazing event this has been. I'm excited to be here, and I'm going to talk about artificial intelligence and customer service and dig into what's possible. We're going to go live to ChatGPT. I know you've already had some conversations about AI, but I'm really excited to bring some more. So who's ready to learn some more about artificial intelligence, customer service, how they fit together, and specifically how you can use AI to go above and beyond? You ready? Give me a ready in the chat if you're ready. So I'm here representing Internet Income Jamaica. So shout out to everybody at Internet Income Jamaica. Some of my team members are on as well. So thank you guys so much for being here. Now, just a really quick introduction. Again, I'm Alicia Little. I founded Internet Income Jamaica along with my sister 14 years ago. And it's where we train. We have a course called AI Fueled Freelancing, and we're sponsored and funded by the NCB Foundation and Trust for the Americas. So we can run our training programs at no cost to the public. So some of the other things that I do outside of Internet Income Jamaica, I do artificial intelligence training, upskilling for workforces. I do presentations, keynote speaking. I create AI solutions, which I'm going to show you some today, and I'm going to give you some prompts to use. We'll talk about that in a minute. And I have AI certified programs where I certify people in prompt engineering, AI consulting. We are an AP, we are an accredited organization with accredited training, so CPD accredited trainings. And we serve from government agencies to entrepreneurs, and we do events for children as well. So I'm glad to see everybody's ready. So again, shout out to Internet Income Jamaica, and I'm excited to be here. I do training and speaking all over the world. I also co-founded the International Association of Artificial Intelligence Consultants. So we're going to start off first with training AI to speak in your company or your brand's style and tone. And then we're going to get into using ChatGPT and other AI tools to help a customer service team deliver better responses, quicker responses with empathy in them. But my first question to you is, how many of you actually have a ChatGPT account? Just say me in the chat if you have a ChatGPT account, because I'm going to switch over to ChatGPT. You should see it on your screen now, but I want to see how many of you actually have tried ChatGPT. And if you have not, you can just go to chatgpt.com. All right, chatgpt.com. So let's see who has a ChatGPT account. So quite a few of you do. Michelle, Marcia, Natalie, LeVar, Nasombi, of course you do. And it's good to see you here. Dr. Luz, the other Alicia who's on here, Lisa. Okay, who has never, Joan says no, who has never ever opened ChatGPT and played around with it, give me a 0 in the chat, just so I know where you're at. So this is an interactive type workshop and I can train you on how to use it. So let me know if anybody here has not used it at all. Have you not used it? Give me a 0 in the chat if you have not used it. So, all right, you're seeing it on my screen right now. A few of you haven't used it. Okay, Kimberly, but that's okay. After this is over, you're going to go to chatgpt.com. You're going to sign up for an account. All I need you to do is to get a free account. And it's an amazing AI tool that's going to be your best friend after this session. I have 25 minutes to show you how you're totally going to transform everything, your business, your life, your career with AI. So let's go. So right now I'm on ChatGPT. And inside of ChatGPT, this amazing AI tool, I can get it to do many things for me. But one thing I want to get it to do is to talk in my style and tone. So here's how you do that. So you go to ChatGPT, and let's say that you want to write emails to send out as customer service. Maybe you want to send out follow-up emails, but you want it to not be in that robotic type writing. How many of you have ever used artificial intelligence and what came out of it, or you've seen somebody use it, sounds so robotic and generic? Has that ever happened to anybody here? Just give me a yes. You're like, hate the robotic generic writing. So here's what we're going to do with chat. I'm going to say, I would like for you to be my ghostwriter. So as you know, a ghostwriter is somebody who's going to write for you as you in your style and tone. Okay. I'm going to say, I will give you my bio so you can get to know who I am. Can you see me typing? I'm doing this right for you. Right. Okay. So you can get to know who I am, and then I will give you transcripts so you can learn my writing style and tone. Do you understand? All right. Do you see what I'm doing? I'm going to create, let me fix my typos. I am going to create a ghostwriter for you so that you can, get ChatGPT to write as you for you in your style and tone. So let me go ahead and press go. So now what is happening right here is ChatGPT says, I'm crystal clear on it. What do you want me to do? Like, let me know, send everything to me. So I'm going to send everything to ChatGPT right now. And you're going to watch this because I want you to be able to do this later on. All right. So let me go ahead and pull up some files. Training, chatty. 1 second for me. So if you don't have a bio, you can just tell ChatGPT a little bit about you so that it gets to know you. So I'm just going to drag and drop. I opened up another window on my computer where I'm going to drag it and I'm going to say, this is my bio. Boom. Or you could just say, this is who I am. I'm a customer service manager, agent. I run a company, whatever your company name is. So now it knows who I am. So I'm going to say, this is my style and tone. Sorry. These are transcripts of me speaking. All right. So if you are looking for your style and tone, what you can do is you can give the AI articles that you've written, emails that you've written in the past, anything that you've written, and it will get your style and tone. For me, I'm a speaker and a trainer, so I'm going to transcribe things that I've written. Or you could just give it audio files and that sort of thing if you're talking. Do you get it? If you guys understand that, just say, got it, say, got it. And Maria typed in the prompt that I used. Do you guys see what Maria typed in the comments to make sure that you have that? Yes? All right. So, perfect. There you go. So now ChatGPT said, thanks for sharing. I can feel the vibe of your speaking style. So now I'm just going to say, okay, can you describe my speaking style and tone? What phrases do I often use? And how do I start and end a conversation? Right? And so there we go. I'm going to send this to Maria so she can put it in the comments for everybody. Thank you, Maria. And here we go. This is really hard to do yourself. Like sitting down and analyzing your own writing or your own speech is hard, but AI does it really well. So here's what it said. And let me know if you think it's right. Some of you know me. If you've just met me, tell me if you think that it's captivating my style and tone. All right. So tell me in the chat. So it says key elements of your speaking style and tone: conversational. You talk to your audience like they're sitting right across from you. You're relatable, avoiding overly formal language, and you're never afraid to throw in casual phrases. It says you're energetic and motivating. You're friendly and approachable, solution focused, humorous, playful, phrases you often use. Hey, hey. Think about it like this. Let's talk about it. You ready? Then it says how you start and end a conversation. I start off by saying, hey, hey. And then how do I end a conversation? I always say, thanks for being here, or bye for now. What do you think? Did it captivate me? Yes? Jerome Maria said, very you. Alicia said, that's you indeed. Jerome says, yes, it's on point. So far, especially energetic. So now it captured my style and tone. So now I can write anything. So let's say, okay, write an email for me in my style and tone, letting my customers know that our portal is currently down, but we are working to get it resolved ASAP. Thanks for understanding. And then I'm just going to put that the company is Internet Income Jamaica. And so that's it. We're just going to try it like that. Here we go. So now look how quickly it's writing the email. So it says, it's writing it. It's done. How long did that take? Somebody who's good at time, tell me in the chat. How long do you think that it took? So here's the email. Quick heads up. Our portal is down, but we're on it. Hey, hey, it's Alicia here. And I just wanted to give you a quick heads up. Our Internet Income Jamaica portal is currently down, but don't worry, we're on it and working hard to get everything back up and running ASAP. We know how important the portal is to you, and we totally get this might be a little inconvenient. It's that understanding, right? So I want to personally say thank you for your patience and understanding as our tech team works their magic behind the scenes. I'll keep you posted with updates and let you know the minute everything is back online, which will be super soon. In the meantime, if you've got any questions or need help, feel free to reply to this email and we'll take care of you. Thanks again for being part of our community. You're the best. Bye for now. Alicia Little, CEO of Internet Income Jamaica. What? Yes, it was less than a minute to write it. This whole process, Jerome, literally just took minutes, like you're saying there. But do you remember it said that I start off with a hey, hey, and I end with a bye for now? Do you see how that really captivates my style and tone? Somebody give me some feedback on this. What do you think about it? This is my style and tone, not your style and tone. So you would have to do the same thing for you, or develop a company brand voice. And that company brand voice is then what can write your emails to your customers and do so many things. So Sonia has the best question. Can you tweak this email? Absolutely, I could tweak this email. So I'm going to say, can you rewrite? We can tweak anything in the email, but I'm just going to have some fun. Can you rewrite this email as if I were a comedian? Thanks. All right. So now we can change it up a little bit. So now it says, hold the phones. Our portal took a coffee break. Hey, so funny story. Our Internet Income Jamaica portal decided it needed a little me time and took an unexpected coffee break. Yeah, I know tech these days, right? 1 minute it's helping you conquer the digital world, and the next minute it's like, BRB, gotta recharge. But no worry, folks, our tech wizards are already on it, sprinkling their digital fairy dust and doing everything they can to get things back up and running ASAP. So do you see? And then look at the bottom, this one. I'll keep you posted with the updates, and I promise the portal will be back before you can say Jamaican jerk chicken 3 times fast. Somebody try to say that 3 times fast. Thanks for hanging in there with us. You're the real MVP. Bye for now, unless the portal needs another nap. Kidding, Alicia Little. So do you see, you can put a dash of humor in there. Did that help you? Sonia, did that help you? And you can do it in other style and tones too, Sonia. So I could say, okay, this is great. Rewrite it as a reggae song in the style, I don't know, let's just rewrite it as a reggae song. And so now now it's writing it. I'm not going to sing because I can't even, maybe if Nikita turns on her microphone, she could do it for us. But you know what? I cannot sing. But now it just changed it into a song for us. You see that? So Sonia, does that help you in your question? All right, perfect. So now all of you just got a quick lesson in ChatGPT. And one of the most important foundational things to know is to train ChatGPT before you start using it. Otherwise, you're going to get very robotic writing. Try it for yourself, but I promise you this. So you've all graduated. If you were a 0, now you're at least a 2 on a scale of 5 to understanding how to best use ChatGPT. All right. So let's go back to the presentation. So now, do you remember in the first presentation today, Dr. Ingleton said empathy. So when we respond to our customers, we need to have empathy. Who remembers that? Give me a me if you remember that, or a clap if you remember that. It was really, the way she was describing it was really powerful. So what I did was I said, well, what if I could create a prompt for everyone that when they're responding to a customer, whether it's a message they're going to call them back, or whether they're going to answer an email or on social media, they can program the response to have empathy in it. All right. So now I'm going to give this prompt to Maria. Maria, you might have to do this in 2 pieces to give it to everybody, but let's see. I just am sending it to you right now. So this prompt says, I'm going to open up a new, let me go back. Okay. This prompt says you're a customer service team member named Alicia. And I put my email there at Internet Income Jamaica, responding to a customer's email. Now I'm going to summarize it. It's like this prompt, because you can read it later. It just says the customers express concern about an issue. They might be frustrated, disappointed. They're seeking assistance. And your task is to write a thoughtful and professional response. Make sure to encourage the customer and express empathy and understanding about their situation. And then at the end, it just tells you to now it says, I'm going to give you the email. Do you understand? And ChatGPT is going to be like, okay, give us the email. So let me go ahead and open up another instance of ChatGPT. How's everybody doing? Are you still with me? Yes. Are you still with me? Give me a yes if you're still with me. Yes. All right. Just making sure everybody is still with me. All right. So I can actually go to this tab. Let's share this tab. All right. So opening up another instance of ChatGPT here, and then I'm going to push paste right there. And so this is just that prompt. Now, a prompt is the instructions that we give AI. So in this case, this prompt is the instructions that says, ChatGPT, I need your help. I need you to act as a customer service rep so I don't have to respond to any of the emails. Like I can just give you the email and you'll help me to respond to it. Of course, you've got to read the response and put your own tweak in there. So let's go back to the presentation. And here is the email that came in from James. And now I put a little bit of humor in this, but sometimes we get people who, when they write us, they are, anybody ever got a customer that wrote you and you're like, calm down, stop being crazy and calm down? Or is it just me? Have you ever gotten that customer? So James says, I ordered a course and never got my login. I can't believe it. Are you scamming me? I paid my money. I'm going to post all over social media how you're scamming people. I just want to be like, James, calm down. So now I'm going to go to ChatGPT and I'm going to put James's email in ChatGPT. Can you see it right here at the bottom? of the screen. Jerome, I should have named it Jerome instead of James, darn. So here's James's email right there. And now ChatGPT is going to help me out. Because if I had to answer James, I'd be like, James, calm down. What is wrong with you? Come on. Have some tea, because tea fixes everything. But instead, here's ChatGPT responding instead of me. Let me give you an example. So I did some work for a government agency, and the agency said, look, we have all these people in customer service, and the responses are not universal. So how do we get the responses to be universal? Like to have one brand voice and have empathy for the customer and understanding for the customer, because people are saying that our customer service reps are rude. And it's because the reps are frustrated. Like me, I'm going to respond to James. James, are you crazy? What's wrong with you? So we created a universal brand voice so that everybody is responding the same. And then the agency's like, now after they get the response, people say thank you. They write in to tell us how nice the customer service reps are. Get it? Somebody say got it in the comments if you got it. Okay. So it's James. Oh no, I'm so sorry to hear that you haven't received your login details yet. I totally understand your frustration. There's the understanding, especially after paying the course and being eager to dive in. You're hearing the empathy. Rest assured, we're definitely not in the business of scamming anyone. Reassurance. Your success is super important to us, and we really value you as a customer. Here's what I'm going to do for you. I'm going to personally make sure that your login details are sent to you right away. In fact, keep an eye on your inbox. You should be receiving it within the next few minutes. If for some reason you don't see it, sometimes emails like to hide in the spam folder. Let me know and I'll send it over again. If you have any trouble assessing the course once you've logged in, I'm here to help. You can reply directly to this email or give us a quick call it says put in my number, and we'll get things sorted out immediately. Thanks for reaching out, James. The real Alicia wants to be like, James, I hope you never do business with us again. Anyway, thanks for reaching out to us, James. I'm confident we can turn this around and get you up and running with the course ASAP. We appreciate your patience, and we're excited to support you on your learning journey. Talk soon, Alicia, customer support team, Internet Income Jamaica. P.S. Don't worry, once you get into the course, you'll see it's totally worth the wait. So what do you think? Somebody tell me, what do you think about this response? Was it a good response? Is James going to respond and say, well, thank you. They're nice over there. They care about me. They like me. They care about me. It's reassuring. It has empathy in it. It has understanding in it. All of those things that we said in the prompt. So now you just changed that prompt where I said you're a customer service team member named Alicia to have your customer service team members' names in there, and they can use this to provide better responses to their customers, customize it for your business and your brand. Jerome says he's going to calm down. Pauline said it was excellent. Okay, got it. So do you see how useful ChatGPT can be when it comes to customer service? And imagine how much time that saved to respond to James. Now all the customer service person has to do is make sure that you send the login, right? Read what you got to do and send the login. But does it help a lot? How long would it take you to write this email? And you probably wouldn't do it that good, because I wouldn't. But how long would it take you to write that email if you had to do it by yourself? Somebody tell me. How long would it take you if you had to write it by yourself? All right. So going back to the presentation, we could set this up as an internal chatbot. We could have a chatbot on our website. So there's a lot of different ways that we can use AI tools to level up our customer service. Jerome says it would take him 5 minutes. You're faster than me. And then take out the distractions and the mood. I know. And so as we're starting to wrap up this presentation, I only have 5 minutes left with you. I also want to tell you that the future of customer service is AI driven. And that if you are not using artificial intelligence in customer service, you are taking too much time. You are not being efficient. And then you're not going to you're going to be left behind. All right. You're going to be left behind. Geraldine said it would take half a day. I'd be writing and rewriting. Same as me. Normaline said 7 minutes. Michelle said 20 minutes. But that took 32 seconds or less. I was trying to watch it. It was less than 30 seconds to write that email. So it's about time. It's about productivity. Time is money. Get to something else, And so think about how you can use this in your business. Now, I want to show you an example here. Tell me if you can hear it. I want to make sure that you can hear this video. And I'm only going to play maybe 30 seconds of it. But when we're talking about customer service as well, AI chatbots really are the new space, and they're taking over so much when it comes to the future being so AI driven.
Thanks for calling Harper Valley
Can you hear
National
that?
Bank. My name is Grace. How can I help you today?
Yes, last night I was entertaining some clients and I think I left my wallet at the restaurant. And to be safe,
Can
I
you
want
hear
to
that?
replace my debit card.
Before I can help you with that, I'll have to authenticate you, okay?
Okay.
May I ask who I'm talking with first and last name, please?
My name is Chris Johnson.
Mm-hmm. And what was the name of your first pet?
Professor Sparkles.
Okay, great. That's Professor Sparkles. All right, let me check that information you gave me. Okay, Mr. Johnson, just checking your name. Looking through your security questions. Professor Sparkles. Oh my God, that's precious.
Oh, he was precious.
Okay, I just submitted your.
So the woman's voice that you heard, did you pick up on what it was saying on the screen, that voice was artificial intelligence? What? Did you pick up on that it was AI? That's what it said. It was an AI voice. And the AI voices are they're going, mm-hmm. She said, mm-hmm. And she even said Professor Sparkles about his password, right? Professor Sparkles. Oh, that's precious. What? That Grace is what they call that AI voice. And the AI is able to help him with his customer service needs, go into the back office, like everything that it needed to do. There's so many different companies that I'm calling now that customer service is partially run by AI. And this is the future of an AI-driven world that we all need to start to think about right now. Maybe it's not here yet for all of us and for our businesses, but it is coming, and it is coming soon. So you need to pay attention to that. And I just wanted to make sure that you could see that. So here's one that I created as a demo for real estate agents when I was speaking at a real estate agent. And this one is, well, let me just let you listen to 15 seconds of it. So this is one that
Hi, you've reached Rachel Real Estate. Rachel's not available, but my name is Grace. I'm a virtual agent. How can I help you? And Rachel will get back to you.
I'm looking to buy a property.
Uh-huh. That's exciting. Let me ask a few basic questions so Rachel can get back to you about purchasing a property. What city are you looking to buy in or around?
So, this one that I created sounded a little bit more robotic than the other example, but the whole point of it is that AI is being used in so many different aspects of customer service that we need to pay attention to how we in Jamaica can also be cutting edge and really understand where we're going, the times that we're in today. And so if you have any questions or want to reach out, you can reach me on LinkedIn. Here's my LinkedIn right here. So feel free to reach out to me on LinkedIn. And I just want you to remember that there's AI tools out there that can help you to level up the business, level up your game, whether you're a professional in customer service, you're running a business, or you're a manager of a customer service team. Always think there's an artificial intelligence tool out there that can help me or our team to become more efficient, more effective, and deliver better value to the customer. And while you're an early adapter right now in AI, the future is already here, and the future is AI driven. So I just wanted to say thank you, everybody, for having me here. Thank you. And that I hope you will explore AI. If you are going to explore more about ChatGPT and artificial intelligence now, just give me a yes in the comments, and I cannot wait to see what you do with it. So thank you, everybody, for having me. Thanks so much. Make sure you connect with me on LinkedIn. You can see my LinkedIn there right on the screen. I'm just reading your comments here. Geraldine says, it makes me now wonder if I've been having a full-blown conversation with AI in the past. And okay, so looking at that really quickly, you probably have. I will tell you, I called, I was headed to Florida. I had to call a boarding kennel to cancel the reservation because I'm not going to Florida anymore. So praying for my sister and my family that is in Florida right now, going to stay there during Hurricane Milton. But I was calling to cancel the kennel, and it was an AI that picked up. And as the AI was talking to me, I said, "Are you artificial intelligence?" And she said back, "I am artificial intelligence, but I can help you with whatever you need." And I'm like, this AI voice is nice. I had to rent a car with Budget Rent a Car when I was traveling. I needed to extend it a day. It was completely done by an AI voice, 100% by an AI voice. So, we just need to think about that as well, that the world is changing, customer service is changing, but we need to be at the forefront of it. We need to be, we need to make sure that we are setting the trend and not lagging behind. How many of you agree with that? If you agree, let me know if you agree. I'm just asking. Yep. You agree? Yep. Futuristic, Jerome says. But you have to understand that the future is here right now, and the future is so AI driven. And I'd love for you to start off by getting a ChatGPT account, just a free account, and going from there. All right. Thank you once again, everybody. Bye for now.
Absolutely fantastic presentation. I had to unmute myself there. So sorry about that. All right. So we're very excited about everything that we're learning. And you see how AI is going to be critical going forward? It really is. Thank you so very much for having shared a little bit of your experience with us, Alicia. We need to connect in so many different ways so more of us can understand how it is that we can use AI, because clearly it is going to be important in the future. And I like how you broke down the fact that, listen, although it sounds stilted in so many different ways, which is really the major problem that I have with it right now, we can train it to sound more like us and less robotic, and that's a very good thing. So thank you so very much for doing that for us. All right. So now we're doing things differently this year. Normally what we do is that we'll have the graduation at the end of the session, but we are putting the graduation in the middle so that you can understand how important, or you can see just how important this training has been. And of course, you too, because we want to encourage as many of you as possible to get the training. And the way we're doing that is to allow you to see others who have done the training. You would have learned a little bit about the training earlier on in the presentations that we had in the panel discussion. But here it is that we're bringing it alive to you now as we congratulate all of our graduates. But I'm not the person who is going to do that. I get to take a little break. Erica Heslop Martin is standing by, and she's an educator, an author, proofreader, assessor, public speaker, content developer, and a business professional with over 19 years of experience in various capacities and industries. I quite frankly don't understand how Erica is finding time to do all of the things that she's doing. She's a customer service advocate who consistently delivers service with a smile. She has written 7 books, and her published books can be found on Amazon. Erica is the Vice President of Public Relations and Communications with the Jamaica Customer Service Association. And before she joins us, Danny has a little bit of something for you.
This year when you feel the customer service people, them like this. Taxi man and Kenny, yeah, them help we out on a daily. Them work them 9 to 5 to make Jamaica alright. They'll be the magic to make Jamaica alright. Give thanks to the customer service people, them will make Jamaica nice. Work day and even night, make sure the service done and all the customers alright. Just give thanks to the customer service people, them will make Jamaica nice. Work day and even night, make sure the service done and all the customers alright. It's just a blessing for have them now in life. We make Jamaica proud and we know Jamaica is a very special island filled with attraction, like the music and its food. So it's up to them to sell the island to the massive, providing great service and be polite while them at it, yeah. And that's the #1 aim, so if them loyal, just call them by them name now. And give thanks to the customer service people, them will make Jamaica nice. Work day and even night, make sure the service done and all the customers alright. Just give thanks to the customer service people, them will make Jamaica nice. Work day and even night, make sure the service right. We say you have to keep your manners, you have to keep your honor. Even the Rasta man we sell the jelly panic and I know this is my system. Look out to what you preach. We say we practice, we preach now. Out there we say Jamaica's not a nice place. Everybody help a brother, no matter the race. Everybody have to nice up the place. Even the taxi man we keep a smile on them face. Give thanks to the customer service people, them will make Jamaica nice. Work day and even night, make sure the service done and all the customers alright. Just give thanks to the customer service people, them will make Jamaica nice. Work day and even night, make sure the service done and all the customers. Just give thanks, 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 yeah. Be the magic in J-A-A. Just give thanks, just give thanks, just give thanks, just give thanks, yeah. Be the magic in J-A land, you know. Make everybody just give thanks, give thanks, give thanks.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, faculty members, proud families, and most importantly, our remarkable graduates. I'm your graduation host, Erica Heslop Martin. Welcome to our International Customer Service Certification graduation. It is both an honor and a pleasure to celebrate a significant milestone in the lives of our graduates in the completion of the International Customer Service Certification Program. Today, we come together not just to acknowledge the hard work and dedication of each of you, but to also recognize the vital role that customer service plays in every industry and community. As you embark on this journey, remember that you are the champions of customer service experiences, the voices of empathy, and the hands that shape relationships. The skills you have honed here, communication, problem solving, and emotional intelligence, will be your tools as you navigate the diverse landscape of service-oriented environments. In the words of Maya Angelou, a favorite poet of mine, she says that it's not what you said that people will remember. It's how you made them feel. So our customers are extremely important. Our customers are like flowers, and we need to shower them with love. Shower them with love and attention, and they will bloom beautifully in our gardens.
Their smiles are like the sun that brighten up our world. Don't abuse them or misuse them. Don't you see how precious they are? Be their protector and shield them from the dangers of this world. So as we continue our journey on this customer service road, we ask our graduates to be mindful that customer service is a mindset. And we need divine guidance and inspiration as we travel along the way. So at this time, I will invite our distinguished JAXA member and an associate of CARICODE Limited, Miss Marjorie Nita, to do the invocation.
Miss Nita, please unmute.
Yeah, it's all muted now. Thank you. Thank you, Erica. Let us pray. This is the day the Lord has made. Let us be glad and rejoice in it. Today, Father God, we give thanks for the Jamaica Customer Service and the certification program. Dear God, we are mindful of the wonderful presenters and great ideas that have been passed on to us in the first day of our conference. And we recognize that if we use these, we will improve customer service in all areas of our lives. We also want to recognize the graduates and give thanks to them and their employers who saw it fit to enroll them in this wonderful program. We recognize the trainers and the presenters who have groomed them. And we know that the graduates will take the information that has been imparted to them out into the wider world, which will make customer service in Jamaica a wonderful thing, an important thing. It will take it above and beyond all expectations. We give thanks, dear God, for this conference and for the celebration of Customer Service Week. And we give you the honor and the praise. Thank you, Father God, for everything. And so it is. Amen.
Thank you very much, Ms. Nita, for that wonderful prayer. At this time, we will have our founding member of JAXA and the chairman and CEO of CARICODE Limited, Mrs. Ilsa Duvernay, and she will be doing the welcome for us.
Good afternoon and happy Customer Service Week to all. I'd like to acknowledge those persons among us. So, Mr. Audley Vaughan, founding member of JAXA, Dr. Nsombe Jaja, chairman, Mr. Richard Rowe, deputy chairman, guest speaker, Dr. Louis Longsworth, senior director of Sanders University, Ms. Georgette Thompson, president of JAXA, founding members, board members, and executive officers of JAXA, staff of the Public Sector Modernization Division in the Ministry of Finance and the Public Service, presenters, hosts, companies that have sponsored the graduates, moderators, partners, and sponsors of the conference, members of the media, we welcome you all. I'd like to congratulate each of the graduates on reaching this significant milestone. Completing your training in customer service is no small feat, and the skills you have developed will play a vital role in shaping your careers in customer service. Customer service is not just a job, it's a mission, and it's an opportunity. An opportunity to make a difference in somebody's day, to be able to solve problems and to build trust. You're not just handling transactions, you are building relationships. In every transaction, you have the chance to influence how a customer feels about your company and also about you. And that makes you extremely powerful. At the heart of great customer service and customer service excellence is empathy. It's understanding the emotions and needs of the person on the other side, on the other end of the phone, the email, or the counter. When customers feel heard and when they feel valued, they're not just likely to come back, they're likely to tell others. Word of mouth is one of the most powerful marketing tools, and you are the drivers behind it. But let's be honest, this is not always an easy job. You'll encounter difficult situations, and sometimes it won't be easy to maintain a positive attitude. But remember that every single challenge is an opportunity to grow. How you handle adversity defines not only the success, but also it defines your resilience. So stay patient, stay curious, and never underestimate the value of listening. In today's world, technology is changing the landscape of customer service. Automation and artificial intelligence are becoming more common. But there's one thing machines will never replace, and that is the people. Your ability to connect with people, to show genuine care and concern will always set you apart and differentiate you from others. As you move forward in your careers, I encourage you to keep learning, whether it's improving communication skills or learning about new technologies or finding ways to enhance the customer experience. Never stop growing. Never stop learning. The most successful customer service professionals are those who continuously adapt and improve. The program that you've just completed, Through the Customer's Eyes, A Caribbean Perspective, was created for all customer service professionals from all walks of life. However, a great deal of time was spent in making the program relevant to Jamaica and to the Caribbean. You, therefore, you are the custodians of our vision to be a place of choice and to be economically strong. So as you step out today, remember the impact you can have. You're not just providing a service, you are creating an experience through engagement. You have the power to turn every interaction into a lasting positive memory. The future is in your hands. congratulations once again. And on behalf of our Carry Code facilitators and the Jamaica Customer Service Association, it was our pleasure to serve you. All the very best in your future endeavors. Go above and beyond. Thank you.
Thank you so very much, Mrs. Duvernay. You are such a woman of wisdom, and we are truly inspired by your words of encouragement as you motivate us to always be on the journey of lifelong learning. It is very important. At this time, I will be introducing to you Mr. Richard Rowe, the Deputy Chairman of JAXA and the Director of National Customer Service Week. He will be presenting the course overview. Let us make Mr. Richard Rowe feel welcome.
Wow. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. And certainly I want to say thank you very much, Ilsa, for, that charge to the graduates and that very kind welcome. Thank you, Erica, for quickly introducing me. And ladies and gentlemen, I will just go straight into this overview of the program. It is my pleasure to present this overview, and I'm doing so on behalf of a stalwart, you see, stalwart Lorna MacDonald, who with Ilsa created the possibilities for this program to come to Jamaica. And so we are indeed very, very grateful. All right, so overview on the International Customer Service Certification Program. I am trying to change the slide. Well, thank you very much. Okay, so this certification program is an international certification program. It is offered by the Jamaica Customer Service Association along with our collaborative partners. And guess what? It is relevant. It is interesting. It is extremely interactive and certainly very engaging. Next, our commitment. The certification of individuals in organizations across Jamaica supported with some of the best subject matter experts. Now that we are committed to presenting this program to all Jamaicans, and anywhere you are in the world and you would like to get this certification, we encourage you to join us. Next slide, please. Okay, so here are the partners. The International Customer Service Association, Graceland University Continuing Education Center, SkillPath. They have collaborated with the consumer, you hear me say consumer? With the Jamaica Customer Service Association in presenting this certification program. Next slide, please. Okay, so the program is unique, and I will tell you that it is the first of its kind, as it is being offered with this, what we call a Caribbean perspective. Folks, this perspective was developed by Caribbean human resource professionals. And the truth is that they have given us the insights and everything that were applicable to the Caribbean to ensure that all of us, we can go anywhere in the Caribbean having done this course and relate to all the different areas. the participants explore and discuss local, regional, and global issues. And they cite relevant indigenous solutions that impact customer service and service excellence directly. So this is a very important program, folks. Next slide, please. Now, the program covers 6 international online modules. At the end of those modules, there's a test given, and the pass mark is 80%. Now, folks, 4 locally facilitated online sessions with the Caribbean perspective happens as well to form part of this program. And guess what? Only one test is done, and that pass mark is 75%. Next slide, please. Now, every participant, as long as you complete this program, you will receive 2 certificates. One is from the International Customer Service Certification PACE and Skill Path, and the other from the Jamaica Customer Service Association. You receive a lapel pin with the designation CSC engraved, and this is worn by every graduate. And you have the ability also to use CSC designation right after your name. So I am Richard Rowe, CSC, just so you know, because I am a graduate of this program. Next slide, please. All right, so far, folks, we have had 16 graduation ceremonies since 2007. And guess what? Over 1,400 participants with this international and local certification have come through this program. Participants from the open market, both individuals as well as organizations. So individual participant persons pay and they do their program, but persons are also sponsored by organizations, and these are tailored, for the organization. We go into organizations as well, and we present this program. So if you, as an organization, would like all your customer service departments to be certified, then guess what? You can speak with us, speak with Ilsa and her team, and they will tailor this program for your organization, make it very specific to your organization, and make sure that at the end of the day, when all the persons are trained, then what an organization you will have on your hands. In fact, you might be hearing things like, this is the best customer service delivery I experienced anywhere else in the world. All right. Next slide, please. All right. So what are the benefits of doing this program? Customer service certified employees, that's the first thing. Certainly professional designation to enhance your own resume. How about that? Of course, it's the highest level of customer service that you will deliver at the end of the day. You will get no less than loyal customers, folks. It is always a pleasure to hear persons talk about the service, and they become a part of your sales team because they are telling everybody else about your service. And guess what? When that happens, persons become loyal to your organization, right? You maintain, as an organization, you maintain the competitive advantage. Customer service sets you apart. And certainly it will strengthen your bottom line, because the customers you retain, folks, will be the customers that will help your business to grow from strength to strength. And the profit margins will increase significantly through the empowerment through customer service. So those are serious benefits. So the skills and professionalism of trained customer service staff can mean the difference between keeping your customers for life or losing your business forever. And so we ask you folks, do not delay. I beg of you, get customer service certified. When? Today. Don't put it off. Don't tell me about tomorrow. Call us right away. Sign up with us, and we'll be more than happy to present this program to you. All right? This program has that Caribbean perspective, and believe you me, it is awesome. All right, so I think that's it in terms of the overview. Again, please do not delay, folks. This is too very important. And I know there are persons who are complaining about the state of customer service in this country. Here's the answer to that: certification for all of you. Thank you so very much. Thanks for the opportunity to join us. And I want to say congratulations to all our new CSCs, customer service certified, all of you. Thank you so very much for choosing this program. And we look forward to all those others who will be joining so that next year they'll be graduating just like you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Richard, for that comprehensive overview of the International Customer Service Certification Program. Thank you so much for sharing the benefits. I'm sure that everyone is encouraged to do the program. At this time, we will have Ms. Marjorie Neto introducing our guest speaker. Marjorie.
Thank you, Erica. It is my distinct pleasure to introduce our guest speaker, Dr. Luz Longsworth, who is the Senior Corporate Director of the Sandals Corporate University. Dr. Luz Longsworth holds a doctorate in Business Administration in Higher Education Management from the University of Bath in the United Kingdom. Her research and practice focused on virtual leadership in higher education, leadership development, women in leadership, and organization transformation and change. Keenly community-oriented, Dr. Longsworth has worked with at-risk youths in Western Jamaica, Belize, Barbados, and the British Virgin Islands, as well as served on boards of several regional, international, and community-based organizations. As an honorary fellow of the Vancouver-based Commonwealth of Learning since 2016, and a founding member of the Commonwealth Wise Women Initiative, she's involved in mentoring young women across the Commonwealth. Please make welcome to the virtual lecturer, Dr. Luz Longsworth.
Thank you so much for that very warm welcome, Ms. Neto. And thank you to Mrs. Duvernay, her team from the Jamaica Customer Service Association, to Mr. Rowe, to our very appropriately named our chair, or Madam Chair, Ms. Martin, to our conference participants who are joining, and of course, most importantly, to those of you who are graduates of this amazing program. I want to say thank you for the invitation to be your guest speaker this afternoon, and also for the invitation to learn a lot more about what the association does. I want to salute the visionary leadership of JACSO for their bold move to introduce this program. In 2007, that was indeed very, very forward thinking. And to now have, I understood, 1,400 graduates and growing, that is indeed amazing. And the program, through the customer's eyes, the Caribbean perspective, as presented by Mr. Rowe, is truly addressing the key needs for sustaining service excellence in Jamaica as well as internationally. We at the Sandals Corporate University have a great deal in common with the vision and the mission of the Jamaica Customer Service Association. And so I'll just take a minute to let you know a little bit, if you don't already, about the Sandals Corporate University. The Sandals Corporate University was started in 2012, and it is a capacity building arm of Sandals Resorts International that operates the Sandals and Beaches brand. We offer free hybrid training and development programs to all team members who are in the employment of Sandals and Beaches. Through our learning management system, we offer online programs, and we also have a team of learning and development professionals who help to do face-to-face on-resort training and development for our team members on resort. We have a staff of about 60 persons, and we service over 18,000 team members in 21 resorts in 9 Caribbean islands. But Jamaica, of course, is home, and about 50% of our team members are from Jamaica. So like the association, we are rooted in the Caribbean. We are committed to excellence in service delivery, and we are very committed to training and developing in that area. So we have quite a lot to share with you on this topic. So today I'm going to speak about sustaining service excellence for international competitiveness. And I'm going to start with a little Jamaican proverb that my grandmother used to tell me all the time. So, you know, when I was growing up, I wanted to be a dancer. I wanted to be an actress. I wanted to be a model. Of course, I ended up not doing any of those. And my grandmother used to say to me, you know, you have to learn to dance a yard before you can dance abroad. Now, I don't know if I've spelled it right on the slide, but obviously she was instilling in me from those days the very important theory that you have to be excellent at home before you can venture out internationally. And of course, I never did make it to the NDTC or International Dancers, but that lesson remained with me for a very long time, and today is still very important. So I don't know if he knew my granny, but the internationally known and reputable Michael E. Porter, who is, I would say, the father of strategic planning, in his book, Competitive Advantage, Creating and Sustaining Superior Performance, said the very same thing, that brands, industries could only move into international excellence if they became excellent at home first. And of course, we know that in Jamaica, we can think of several brands that have become tremendously well known throughout the world for their quality and also for the kind of service that they offer to the individuals that will buy them. So we can think of, you know, Grace, we can think of patties, we can think of jerk, not just the product, but also the food that has become internationally known. Our Blue Mountain coffee, our reggae music, our artists like Bob Marley, they have surpassed domestic excellence and awareness and have moved into international excellence and retaining their quality to the customer. But what if I told you that that theory of dancing at home first and not abroad, and before you go abroad, is not as valid as it was in the previous century. With the coming of globalization and with new technologies, and we heard an amazing presentation by our AI presenter, Alicia, about what AI is doing to really revolutionize customer service. With all of that that's happening, what we're finding is that indeed the world is shrinking. The world is shrinking, and we are being more and more placed in contact directly with the people that we serve. So whereas in the past, we may have had a lot of intermediaries, we may have had distribution companies and so on, today, the person who is producing the service or the product and the consumer can have almost a direct relationship. And so, to some extent, we have to learn to dance both at yard and abroad when it comes to our service excellence approach. The internet has reduced that distance. And so we can see how it is so important that when we look at how we, as Jamaicans, as Caribbean people, do our own approach to service excellence, to customer service, that we cannot pitch ourselves international market. And you may say that, well, in the case of a service, it's different to a product. But let us take a look at what's happening in the service industries internationally. And just two quick examples, Amazon and Facebook. Amazon has no product of its own. Amazon does not make clothes, it does not make electronics, it does not make pharmaceuticals, but you can get everything on Amazon. And the owner of Amazon is the second richest man in the world, and that is he's only surpassed by Facebook, the owner of Facebook, who is the first richest man. And those are two products, two service organizations, because what makes Amazon an amazing organization is its level of service, and Facebook as well. And what is it that makes them so very, very well known and have succeeded? It is what I consider to be an amazing approach to service excellence. As an Amazon customer myself, and I'm sure a lot of you are. And I think that there are three ways that they really capture what service excellence is about, and of course, internationally, globally. First of all, they make it hassle-free. As a customer, you don't want to be hassled. You want your experience to be a positive one, and a really seamless one. I don't want to have to worry about how my book that I've ordered is going to get from wherever it is printed to me here in Jamaica. Amazon takes care of that. They take the worry out of my interaction with the bookseller. They deliver on their promises. If they say they're going to deliver on the 16th of October, you can bet that they're delivering on the 16th of October. And you're going to get an immediate prompt. So they deliver on their promise. And thirdly, they constantly try to find out what their customer wants, what is their customers' even, I would say, deepest desires, and they try to fulfill those. So if you're an Amazon customer, they will look at all of the analytics of what you've bought, and then they'll start sending you things. Sometimes it can be annoying, but I find it really helpful if they know that I like, for instance, business books, that I will get a prompt from them saying, oh, there are new business books, there are these books. And it helps to personalize that service. So in the Caribbean, we often hear that, and I believe I heard Mr. Rose say it, that our customer service is not good, that we're not at that level, that we don't really know how to serve customers. And a lot of us may have gone to this bank or to this store and we have had bad experiences. Yet the Caribbean is known for its amazing tourism product and for the warmth of the people that keep people coming in droves to the Caribbean. We have more visitors to Jamaica than we have Jamaicans in Jamaica per year. So my company, Sandals Resorts International, is one of those international brands that really also recognizes the importance of service excellence. But we also recognize that while the product is excellent, the beautiful beach, the beautiful hotels, all of the natural beauty of Jamaica is something that is totally unfound anywhere else. But what people say they come back for is for our people, the friendliness and the service excellence that is homegrown right here in Jamaica and the Caribbean. But let us not fool ourselves, because sustaining service excellence takes a lot of hard work behind the scenes. For an organization to become internationally competitive, we have to sustain and continue to grow our service excellence. And as you would have heard from other speakers at this conference, service excellence is not only customer service. That goes above and beyond. It is ensuring that every touch point in the experience of your customer is an enjoyable and satisfying one. Because indeed, if even one point becomes annoying or unsatisfactory, then your service is also going to be seen as inadequate by the customer. It is understanding the individual needs of the customers, and more so in today's world, where individualization, personalization of service is so important, and ensuring that while, of course, maintaining the economic viability of the organization, you are able to satisfy those needs. You're able to show empathy. You're able to show that you are creating a relationship, no matter how brief, with that person whom you are serving. And I know all of us have our bad stories. And I have my own bad story, and it is with a bank. And, just thinking that during COVID, when we were perhaps most tested, that many institutions failed that service test. And I remember lining up outside a bank, and the line was extraordinarily long. There was no cover. There were no chairs for the senior citizens to sit and wait. And it was hours of waiting. And I thought to myself, couldn't someone have thought of putting some chairs for our senior citizens, giving out what I would consider to be a relatively inexpensive gesture of giving out bottles of water to the people who had to be lining up under the sun. We all understood that there were limits of how many people could go into the bank at a time. But again, just those little gestures, those small things would have made such a difference. And, as time went on, there were so many other examples of poor service from that bank that I decided to switch to another one. And so we can see where it takes very little to make or break a relationship with your customer, to create service excellence. It's everybody's business. So it didn't matter if when I went into the bank, the teller or the customer service agent was wonderful and lovely. it really mattered to me that nobody from the management of the bank had thought about how they could make their customers' lives easier, even though we had no choice but to wait. So we have to know that it is for everyone to be aware that service is their business. Customer service is their business. So just one little glitch in a guest stay at a resort, even if it has nothing to do with the resort itself, can mar the potential of that guest returning, and that can lead to lower profitability for the organization and, of course, less income for Jamaica and the Caribbean. So sustaining customer service excellence requires intentionality and commitment to really understanding your customers' needs, but also commitment to you learning and developing yourself, because customer needs change regularly and even faster now that we have this globalized world. So in the case of Sandals Corporate University, we were established to pay attention to that constant upskilling of our people. And like the program that you're graduating from, we are very committed to being on the cutting edge of customer service. And we believe strongly, along with Mrs. Duvernay and the team, that that is how we will be successful internationally. Because graduates, we are not in a local or domestic market anymore. We're not competing with the shop next door or the hotel down the road. We are actually competing globally with online purchases if you have a store, with 100 other hotels if you work in a hotel, with other banks or other financial instruments that we can use. So it is a globally competitive environment that we are in. So, in the case of a resort, guests could also choose to go to any other country. They can go to Mexico, they can go to the Maldives, they can go to Morocco. So what would make them decide to come to Jamaica? It has to be because of the excellence of the service, the warmth and empathy of the people that they meet here, that makes us competitively ahead of any other nation in the world. So if you work, for instance, in a hotel, and I'm using my context, by the time the customer arrives in the hotel, they're either delighted or disgusted. And they will be delighted if they have had a smooth passage from when they left their hometown, which we have no control over, but when they come to Jamaica at the airport with the taxi driver, with whoever they've stopped to buy coconut water before they get to your hotel. And so I am very passionate about that element of customer service, that it is joined up, and that the kind of mission that the Jamaica Customer Service Association has articulated in ensuring that not 1,400, not 14,000, but maybe 1.4 million people in Jamaica need to do courses like this, because every touch point ensures that we can become known for excellent service. And so I don't want to, as I say, flog a dead horse, but to say that service excellence is everyone's business. And it's not just the person who is at the front desk. It is not just the person who is answering the phone. It is everybody, even before they get to that person. So we need to have a different paradigm about who we send to these training programs. It has to be everybody in the organization. And so, Mr. Verney, I'm making a real case for an organization to ensure that everybody that works there understands what true service excellence is, works in an organization. And it's not just the people who are the front line touch, but everyone from pillar to post should be trained in service excellence. Because even if you don't serve the public, you serve someone who serves the public. And that is just as important. So as I close, I just want to summarize a little bit about my own thoughts on what is service excellence. And I'm calling it the ABCs and the D of sustaining service excellence for international competitiveness. And the first one is align yourself with global industry standards. Remember that you have to constantly keep your eye on what is happening out there, because we are not only competing in a domestic market. What is your industry's global standards? You know, where are the international trainings that you need to do, such as the one that you're graduating from? The B is, and our previous speaker in the conference made it clear, be not afraid of using the technology to enhance your service standards and to enhance the service excellence of your organization. The only way AI is going to replace human beings is if human beings don't know how to use AI. And that is something that we must keep emphasizing, that the technology is our friend. And if it's not, it will become our enemy, indeed. But we have to make sure that we use it to improve how we customize. Technology, for instance, can tell us way in advance what a customer likes, what a customer needs, what are the things that they would like to see. Let's say, if, again, in a hotel room, you know, do they like chocolate? Do they not? You know, are they allergic to chocolate? So we can get all of that information on our customers, and then we can delight them by giving them service beyond their expectations. The C is clear, and you are all already, I'm preaching to the choir here, continuous learning and development. As things change, you have to change as well. So congratulations on this, on graduating from this course. And what is the next one you're doing as soon as the ink is dry on your diploma? But this is very important, and this is a commitment that Sandals Corporate University has on behalf of the Sandals Resorts family to each and every one of our employees, to ensure that we are there to support their learning and their own personal growth, not just for the organization, but also to improve themselves as persons. And the D, don't forget that service excellence is everybody's business. And I can't stress that enough. It is everybody's business. We're all on this island together. We all know what we need in order to progress, in order to defeat poverty, in order to become a developed nation. It is everybody's business. We all need to understand what service excellence is, and it goes on the right track with your decision to do this program. Congratulations to you. Congratulations to the Jamaica Customer Service Association for their foresight and their vision in putting this program on. And I hope that we will be able to collaborate, and that this movement towards service excellence will continue to grow. And so our industries, our companies, and we ourselves can remain globally competitive. I thank you for the generosity of your time to listen to me, and I wish for everyone great success as you go out into the world with your new titles, your CSC behind your name, and that you show everyone else and you bring other people on board in doing courses and programs such as the one you've graduated from, to ensure continued growth and development for our beautiful Jamaica and the Caribbean. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Dr. Longsworth, for sharing with us the importance of customer service excellence. Service excellence is everyone's business. And what our customers want is empathy. They want to know that they are treated well, and that they're appreciated, because guess what? Without our customers, there is no business. So our customers matter. And I love that you had shared with us customer service excellence through Amazon. Yes, Amazon has been doing extremely well as it relates to customer service excellence, and we can depend on Amazon. And so we have to have a global mindset where customer service is concerned. Thank you so much. I am overflowing with knowledge, and customer service is something that we have to hold close to us. At this time, I will share with you a poem entitled Customer Service Above and Beyond. In a world where kindness often fades, there shines a light that never invades. A voice on the line, warm, sincere, a helping hand always near. With patience that flows like a gentle stream, they listen intensely as if in a dream. Each question a puzzle, each need a quest, determined to give you only their best. When troubles arise and worries take flight, they stand like a beacon and a guiding light. With solutions in hand and a comforting tone, they craft every answer so you don't feel alone. No task too small, no issue too grand. They rise to the challenge, a steadfast band, a smile in their voice, a heart full of grace. They turn customer care into warm embrace. Through storms and through trials, they never tire, fulfilling your needs, igniting your fire. With each little gesture, each thoughtful reply, they show in their service the value of why. For they understand it's not just a call, it's about human connections that matter to all. A sprinkle of magic, a dash of delight, customer service shining, oh, so bright. So here's to the team who goes ever so far, who treats every customer like a shining star. In a world that sometimes feels cold and unkind, your service above and beyond is one of a kind. Thank you. So we move on to our valedictorian, and that is Mr. O'Dane Dawkins from the Ministry of National Security. We welcome you, Mr. O'Dane Dawkins, our valedictorian.
Hi, good afternoon. Thank you. Distinguished guests, esteemed lecturers, fellow trainees, and all who have contributed to the success of this remarkable journey, I am truly honored to stand before you today as the valedictorian of the Customer Service Certification Program through the Customer's Eyes Caribbean Perspective. First and foremost, I must express my heartfelt gratitude to the Jamaica Customer Service Association, the JACSA, for organizing and facilitating such an insightful and transformative program. The JACSA has long been a champion of excellence in customer service, and their dedication to enhancing the standard within our region have been exemplified through this program. We are immensely grateful for this opportunity to deepen our understanding of customer service from a Caribbean perspective. To our esteemed lecturers, thank you for your unwavering guidance, wisdom, patience throughout this course. Your knowledge, practical insights, and commitment to our growth have been invaluable. You've not only taught us the tactical skills of customer service, but also helped us to understand the human aspect of the art of service. You showed us that customer service is not merely about solving issues, but also building trust, empathy, and lasting relationships. We are we are all leaving this program with a new sense of purpose and responsibility to serve others with excellence. To my fellow trainees, I want to say how proud I am of each and every one of us. We came into this program as individuals with diverse backgrounds and experiences, but we've emerged as a collective, sharing the same vision to redefine what it means to provide outstanding customer service over the past weeks. We've engaged in thought provoking discussion, tackled challenging scenarios, and learned from one another's experience. Together, we've grown into a group that is ready to make a real impact in our respective fields. This certification represents more than just a piece of paper. It is a symbol of our dedication to continuous improvement and our commitment to enhancing the customer experience in our workplaces and communities. It reminds us that the customer service is not a destination but a journey, one that requires us to stay curious, stay compassionate, and stay resilient. As we move forward, let us remember that the skills we've acquired here are not only tools for professional success but also keys into fostering deeper human connections. Whether we are serving a customer in a small business, a corporate setting, or a public institution, our role is pivotal in shaping the perceptions and experiences of those we interact with. Every customer is unique. And through this program, we've learned to see them through their own eyes, a perspective that will undoubtedly make us more effective and empathetic in our roles. In closing, I want to once again extend my deepest thanks to the Jamaica Customer Service Association, our lecturers, and my fellow graduates. The journey doesn't end here, it begins. Together, let us move forward as ambassadors of excellent service, not only in Jamaica but across the Caribbean, shaping a future where customer care is synonymous with dignity, respect, and excellence. Thank you and congratulations to us all.
Thank you so much, Mr. Odane Dawkins, our valedictorian, for that speech. We are blessed by your speech, and we hope that you will continue to shine that light and be an ambassador for the Jamaica Customer Service Association. At this time, we will be having the presentation of the certificates. We apologize for the absence of Ms. Lorna MacDonald. She is unfortunately under the weather and won't be able to make it. But we have our presenters who will be doing the presentation of the certificates in this order. We have Mrs. Ilsa Duvernay, founder of JAXA and chairman and CEO of CARICO Limited. Mr. Richard Rowe, deputy chairman and director of National Customer Service Week, JAXA. And Mr. Audley Vaughan, former president of JAXA and director of CARICO Limited. Let the presentation of certificates begin.
It is my pleasure to grant these certificates to the following persons. BPM Financial, Anna K. Samantha Clark, and Kadeen Morrison. Consumer Affairs Commission, Javon Parchment. Individual and self-sponsored, Janice Glenn. Office of the Utility Regulation, Petra Gay Campbell, Regina Watt. The University Council of Jamaica, Benicia McBean. Knutsford Express, Shernette Hilton. E-Learning Jamaica Company Limited, Adrian McCullough, Andre Bryan, Christopher Wall, David Ducasse, Sasha Gay Henry, Shauna Lee Davis, Sheldon Drygren, Shelly Ann Foster, Velika Young. Mr. Rowe.
It is also my pleasure to present the next set of graduates from the Major Organized Crime and Anti-Corruption Agency, Britannia Badal, Chantel Cook, Mackenzie McTaggart, Pauline Madori, Roxanne Curtis, Shanique Frankson, Stacey-Ann Stewart. From the Ministry of Industry, Investment and Commerce, Sydney Parker, Diane Allen. From the Ministry of National Security, Carlton Henningham, Levar Lewis, Luchan Cook, Dane Dawkins. From the Ministry of Justice, Akeem Fowler, Carol Morgan Taylor, Cassandra Hemmings Sawyers, David Green.
It's my immeasurable pleasure to introduce graduates from the Ministry of Justice. Francine Moncrief Johnson, Kejon Miller, Chevelle Reed, Shemeka Fairclough, Stephen Richards. From the Ministry of Justice, Tessana Farquharson, Trajan McFarlane, Wendy Bourne, Wesley Findlay. Congratulations. Keep up the good work and continue to strive and excel.
Congratulations to all our graduates. It must be an amazing feeling to know that you are now customer service certified. Today, you stand on the threshold of a new chapter in your lives. Your graduation signifies not just an end, but the beginning of countless opportunities in the ever-evolving landscape of customer service. Remember, every interaction you have with a customer is a chance to make a positive impact and to build lasting relationships. As you embark on your professional journey, I encourage you to remain curious, continue learning, and always strive for excellence. The world of customer service is demanding yet immensely very rewarding, and your ability to enhance the customer experience will play a crucial role in shaping successful businesses and communities. I would also like to take a moment to express gratitude to the lecturers, mentors, and everyone who supported you on this journey. Your passion for nurturing talent and commitment to excellence have been instrumental in ensuring these graduates are prepared to face the world with confidence. In closing, I want to congratulate all our graduates, all of those who participated in the graduation ceremony, our awesome audience, and the JAXA and Carico team that made this graduation possible. We are excited to see how you will apply your customer service skills, creativity, and compassion in the field. Go forth and make a difference. And remember, while you may leave this ceremony today as graduates, you will always be a part of this community. Thank you. Congratulations once again. Let's celebrate your achievements today and look forward to all the amazing things you will accomplish in the future. Thanks again. I'm your graduation host, Erica Heslop Martin, signing off for today. Until then, enjoy the rest of the conference.
This I want you for the customer service people, them like this. Taxi man and Kenny, yeah, them help we out on a daily. Them work them 9 to 5 to make Jamaica alright. They'll be the magic to make Jamaica alright. Give thanks to the customer service people, them will make Jamaica nice. Work day and even night, make sure the service done and all the customers alright. Just give thanks to the customer service people, them will make Jamaica nice. Work day and even night, make sure the service done and all the customers alright. It's just a blessing for have them now in life. We make Jamaica proud and we know Jamaica is a very special island filled with attraction, like the music and its food. So it's up to them to sell the island to the massive, providing great service and be polite while them at it, yeah. And that's the #1 aim, so if them loyal, just call them by them name now. And give thanks to the customer service people, them will make Jamaica nice. We work day and even night, make sure the service done and all the customers alright. Just give thanks to the customer service people, them will make Jamaica nice. We work day and even night, make sure the service right.
I'm telling you, I am not a graduate of that program, but it just swells you up with pride when you see all of the hard work that went in. We say congratulations to them once again. Thank you so very much, Erica, for so seamlessly guiding the process. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have just one thing to do. I should have a giveaway, but I'm not going to do that yet. Let me just give a big thank you to all of our sponsors for making this conference possible. The Public Sector Modernization Division, PSMD, the Ministry of Public Finance and the Public Service, and the RJR Gleaner Communications Group Platinum sponsors. In the gold category, National Commercial Bank, NCB, Bank of Nova Scotia Jamaica Limited. In the silver category, Jamaica Public Service Company, JPSCO, VM Group, National Housing Trust, NHT, and we have in the bronze category, JMMB Group, National Health Fund, Guardian Group, Jamaica National Group, Burke's Auto Parts Limited, Tourism Enhancement Fund, Restaurant Associates Limited, the Bone and Joint Center, JN Fund Managers, and we also have to say a big thank you to Mr. Terence Lawrence. And we do have some partners, the Jamaica Cultural Development Commission, JCDC, the Private Sector Organization of Jamaica, PSOJ, Rhythm FM, and Caribbean Center for Organization Development Excellence Limited. So we are winding down, and let me tell you, there's a lot of excitement. By the way, I just wanted to point out that we really did not see anyone drop their information into the group in terms of the credit that we gave away earlier, but I'm going to quickly give away a couple of them before we have to go to our final presentation for the afternoon. And let me tell you something, it is worth waiting on. So let me just give away some credit, and then we're going to move to that presentation. And so let me start with Digicel. I don't know, Danny, if since we last spoke, if anybody claimed that they had won the credit. I'm not going to give those numbers again. I'm going to give two different ones, and then we're still waiting for people to respond in terms of whether or not they got the credit. So I'm going to start with Digicel. Are we ready? 950-861-299-6. All right, so that's the Digicel credit. And then we're going to give away some flow credit because we're an equal opportunity organization, JAXA. And so here we go. 522-535-065-534. And the final two numbers, 62. If you got that credit on, please just drop it in the comments box so we can ensure that we acknowledge that you have won same. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the moment we've been waiting for is here. And to introduce our final presenter for the afternoon, we are going to ask the extraordinary Dr. Nsambi Jaja, Chairman of JAXA, to do us the honors. Dr. Nsambi Jaja.
Thank you so very much, Althea. What an amazing experience the last 2 days have been. And guess what? We are at the final presentation, and we are all in for a treat because we have one of Jamaica's most amazing speaker, trainer, entertainer, social media influencer in the person of Mr. Andrew Dennis. And most people don't know this name. This name is Miss Pearly Grandson. And as I hear some members of my team say, Miss Pearly's grandson, but he's Miss Pearly Grandson. Andrew Dennis, Miss Pearly Grandson, is an educator turned media personality, social media influencer, cultural ambassador, and philanthropist with over 21 years dedicated to promoting education and Jamaican cultural awareness. You see him, you'd never believe he's 21. Raised in Southeast St. Elizabeth, and everybody know that because he broadcasts it all the time, by his beloved grandmother, Miss Pearlie. Andrew's upbringing instilled a deep passion of learning and Jamaican heritage. He holds degrees in education and biology, and he's currently pursuing a PhD in educational psychology and research. The man bright, so till. Through his persona, Miss Pearlie grandson, Andrew champions the Jamaican culture, provides social commentary, and advocates for teachers. His work seamlessly blends education with entertainment. And he's also a professional development trainer, television host, and a dynamic MC and speaker. What you don't know about him is that he's very talented. He's an artist. He designed his own logo, which, folks, when you look at it, you would think that it was designed by one of these most expensive media houses. Andrew lives by the mantra, on purpose, achieving simultaneity, never heard a word before, in impactfully touching people's lives with intentionality. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm asking you all to put your biggest hands together and embrace Andrew Dennis, Miss Pearlie grandson, Miss Mavis, with the biggest welcome you could ever deliver.
Good afternoon to you, ladies and gentlemen. I thank you for such a wonderful welcome, for such a wonderful introduction. Unfortunately, the information that I emailed, bits and pieces of it were omitted from that introduction because it should have also indicated that he's most handsomest. And those who manage to bless them eye upon him are most lucky. Yes, can't get good customer service these days. What is that? Somebody in the back said amen. Yeah, that was a test and you just failed it because excellent service, ladies and gentlemen, exists in Jamaica. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it's an absolute privilege and an honor to be able to serve you in this capacity today. My name is Andrew Dennis. You don't know that name. You know Miss Pearlie grandson. I am at your service. Please allow me to say all protocols observed. I know that a lot of important people came together to put this very wonderful conference together, and I appreciate that a lot of work has gone into it as well, and I do not want any of you to feel as though you are overlooked in any way. So a pleasant afternoon to you, and a pleasant afternoon to every single solitary person attending this afternoon or night, because I respect that I have friends in the United Kingdom and friends in South Africa who have tuned in to the conference. So we are about the business of service excellence. And we are of this misconceived notion that service excellence does not exist in Jamaica. As a matter of fact, if anybody is asked, you're instinctively, almost second nature, we tend to gravitate more towards what is wrong than we are to gravitate towards what is strong. I stopped by this afternoon to point out to you, ladies and gentlemen, that real, strong, robust, talawa service, customer service, service excellence exists in Jamaica. But the challenge that we might have is that you are not actually looking for it. And if you're not looking for it, you're unlikely to pick it up. Service excellence exists in Jamaica in two different ways, on the micro level and on the macro level. I'm going to start with the micro level. When Miss Pearlie sent Andrew go to Mass Doggy Shop to go buy saltfish, and Andrew feel like it is okay when him coming down through the shortcut to pinch it. Anybody know about pinching it? Who is from that era where you couldn't go to shop and buy certain things without pinching it? If you don't pinch it, it is not being done properly. If a sugar, if you're not going to go take out a little bit, it is not being done properly. So I was audacious enough to be walking down through the bush from Mass Doggy Shop, and I managed to just do the right thing which is just pinch the saltfish. When I pinched the saltfish, ladies and gentlemen, it was like an avalanche, a catastrophe. The saltfish did not just pinch. The saltfish tear like a piece of cloth. Anyway, the damage was done, and I was not about to try and pierce it up back, so I went ahead and I had it. When I got home, my grandmother, Miss Pearlie, who is very experienced with the marketplace, all she needed to do was to hold the saltfish in her hand like this and say, this now weigh a quarter pound, carry back. Ladies and gentlemen, I am caught between a rock and a hard place. The Egyptians are behind me, the Red Sea is in front of me. But I prefer to face the Red Sea than the Egyptians, because I know that I can't stand up in Miss Pearlie yard and argue with her. So when she said carry it back, guess what I'm going to do? I am going to bring it back. So I go back up to Master Dougie's shop. When I go to Master Dougie's shop, ladies and gentlemen, and I call him come back to me. And I said to him, so my grandmother said to tell you that it doesn't weigh a quarter pound, sir, and she want back her money. Master Dougie look for me. Him look upon the saltfish. Him look upon me. Him look upon the saltfish. Him look upon me. He said, that me give you. Me sit down upon the shop piazza. Ladies and gentlemen, we're talking about service excellence. Me sit down on the shop piazza because I know that it is easier to face the Red Sea than to go back home and face the Egyptians. Me start for ball. Master Dougie start for me. Him take it back. Him said, don't do it again. If you don't believe that that is service excellence, if that is not service excellence, I don't know what is. When Miss Pearlie sent me down to Miss Emmy shop and said to me, say, buy 2 pounds of flour and ask Miss Emmy to tip a little dust a cornmeal in there for me. When me go down to Miss Emmy, I say to Miss Emmy, say, Dede say if you put a little bit of cornmeal in there, she not ask any questions. She just weigh out the 2 pounds of flour and then she dust a little bit of cornmeal in there. That is service excellence, ladies and gentlemen, at the district level and a micro level. But excellence is excellence no matter how you slice it. When Miss Pearlie send you out and she said to you, say, tell Mas Fred, say, if you can send 2 pounds of the yam come, me not get the money yet because me not hear from them picnic. But as soon as I get it, I'm going to be in touch with him. And me go. And me pass on the message to Mas Fred. And Mas Fred not just send 2 pounds. He send one whole hunk of yam. Go give Miss Pearlie. That is what? Service excellence. Service excellence exists in Jamaica. And it's not just them time there. Service excellence actually exists in Jamaica today. But we have to be very intentional about how we look out for the kind of service that we are receiving. A point to note, ladies and gentlemen, if you put your good clothes on every day, you get up, you use your most favoriteest body wash, mine is Olay, or your most favoriteest bath soap, mine is Irish Spring, not Carbolic like back in the day. And you get your best shower. You put on your best clothes. And you put on your best Hessen. You put your bag on your shoulder. And you walk out. You're going to the place of work. This is a place where you enter daily, passionately. And you give off your best self. But one person in the organization happened to be having a bad day one day and slip up. And I suddenly have to bear that burden of them not have no good service over there. What me I do every day? I come here every day and I give excellent service every day. And because the one Marvet, I hope nobody in here bears that name. Because the one Marvet happen fear have one bad day and take it out upon a customer, all of a sudden, the one knife is now both used to stick sheep and stick goat. That's not okay. Service excellence exists in Jamaica. As a child growing up with Miss Pearlie, one of the things I learned back then that I took with me is that customer service is a two-way street, much like communication. When we are communicating, one person is speaking the other is listening, and then we switch roles. When we are interfacing with customer service agents, or we are interfacing with customers, it is a two-way street. The challenge that we have as customers is that we want to go in and we want to be our worst self, but we want them to come into us and to be their best self. The challenge that we have is that we don't seem to understand how much these people have to put up with on a daily basis. Ladies and gentlemen, service excellence exists in Jamaica, but you are being required to extend grace. You're being required to be empathetic, because me know, you know, and God knows that the work that they are doing, you and I could not do it. Because you is the same one who was driving last week. Somebody happened to bad drive you on the road, and before you say, who live here, and your salvation that upon the chopping block. If pastor did hear the words that you utter it out of your mouth, you could not go back on Sunday. And that was because somebody happened to drive a particular way on the road that we all have access to. Now you imagine, this person is in their place of work. Somebody come into them and do that proper something there where them say, liberty come through carelessness. Take liberty with them. These people are compelled to deal with the Amorites, the Hittites, the Jebusites, the Perizzites, the scribes, and the Pharisees on a daily basis. And we are expecting them to compartmentalize and to gather them emotions, to compose themselves. And when one Amorite just walk out and you walk in, you want the best customer service ever. So what about the human element? Huh? Customer service is a two-way street. When you take the time out to show people that you care about them, they will reciprocate that. When you take the time out to ask people how their day is going, ask them how they're doing. No, you are concerned about the fact that this bill has to be paid today, because if it's not paid today, then the light will go cut off. That sounds like negligence to me. That doesn't sound like a customer service problem. It sounds like you're careless. You are particularly concerned because your lunchtime is only 1 hour. No, that's an HR issue. That not have nothing to do with the poor customer service agent. You need to go back over there, go champion your own cars and go ask for an additional half an hour on your lunchtime. You can't move Babylon in the 1 hour. Come now. We have to be reasonable. But I challenge you, ladies and gentlemen, that service excellence exists in Jamaica. The disconnect needs to be repaired. We cannot have, I listened to Sandal speak earlier, and I concur, Jamaica has one of the most beautiful people in the world. It doesn't make sense that the most beautiful people in the world in terms of vibe and energy and spirit, it does not make sense that we also have the reputation for offering terrible customer service. It means that there's a disconnect somewhere, and we are finding it slowly, one organization at a time, one customer service rep at a time, and we are fixing it slowly. But service excellence exists in Jamaica. I'm going to give you a few examples, and I'm only one person. And I have actually had the privilege of encountering different people as I go about my business. I'm not just talk about the shrimp lady in Middle Quarter, who is a sweetheart. I'm not talk about not just talk about the jelly man who offer me real cool coconut water and offer to cut it for me when I'm done and cut off this spoon off of the side and rake it up. I'm not just talking about that. But when my wife and I take our special needs daughter to Wiles Photo Studio, my daughter does not know how to sit still. She does not possess the capacity to do that. She's developmentally delayed. She's nonverbal and she doesn't take cues. But we are required to renew our passport to start out our visa. Yes? When we take my daughter to Wiles Photo Studio in Mandeville, and we're trying to get a proper passport size picture, when you look on the photographer and you see sweat starting to turn to blood like Jesus on the cross, and when you start to show some kind of a reservation, almost as though you are affected by, the fact that you're causing trouble to these people, and then Miss Moody said, no, man, no worry yourself. No worry yourself. We can take with time and get it done. All right. Hold our head right there, sir. Hold our head right there. All right. Take with your hand quick. You get it? You get it, photographer? You get it? All right. Make it try again. Hold her again. And listen. Me a sweat. My wife a sweat. Miss Moody is sweating. The photographer is sweatingest. My daughter does not sit still for anybody. But we stay in there with her, right in a Wiles Photo Studio, until we all bake into an unleavened bread. But when we're coming out, my daughter has a passport size photo. Service excellence exists in Jamaica. When I go to my supermarket in Mandeville, they know me by name. And I'm not talking about Miss Pearly grandson. Me I talk about Andrew. When I go to my supermarket at Midway Mall to shop, Mary and Stacy and Patrice look forward to having me in there. Some of them say, Wagwan Andrew, others say, Wagwan Trouble. Them know me in the building. I go around and I pick up my things and I come to the cashier. When I come to the cashier and I'm cashing out, and when I get to, Jamaica to the wholesale price, I'm not sure how many people are on here from international places, but in Jamaica we do wholesale. So if you buy one, you get a certain price, but if you buy three, you get a bargain price. If you buy six, the same thing. So you want to think about that the next time you're shopping. Thank me later. When I take up 6 of a particular thing, and I'm going through the cashier said to me, say, no, put back them there. Don't take up that over there. So because if you buy 5, you get 1 free. That's service excellence. What more than that you want? You didn't give her anything to put up? I don't think so. Yes? When we go in there to shop, I don't have any bags. And they know I don't have any bags because they know me broke bad like a bulla cake with a slice of pear. So Marie already knows that she must go dig up and go find 2 old carton bags and come start packing. And she does. She packs my things and we have casual conversation. And when me I come out of the supermarket and I insist on pushing my own trolley because I'm a man, she said, no man, don't worry yourself. And we push and talk about things and laugh like we go way back, which by now we actually do. And when I go outside, I pack my things into my car, I bid her goodbye, and I go about my business. Long before I knew about the tipping protocol, these people were selflessly serving me. That's service excellence. When Christmas come, them give me a little crockery, and they said to me, say, we appreciate you, our dearest customers. And I said to them, say, thank you. I hope it's me alone getting it because I'm the dearest of them all. But that's not the case, right? Because they actually consider them customers and they value their customers. Same time now in a Christmas, you get one like a almanac. No, not almanac. Calendar. You get a little calendar if you put up on your wall. For those persons who don't know it, is a thing that have the months, the days of the months of the year printed. It used to have one with supposedly Jesus on it with the nail prints in his hand, but they have all kinds of things coming out on them these days, and we always use a pen and mark circles around the dates to try to remember a particular thing, except say you always look back on the calendar and wonder why you did draw the circle around the 10th of October. You don't quite remember. But those things I get from my supermarket, that's service excellence. Where else do I get service excellence? When I drive into my mechanic, and I say to him, me hear something and knock out our front there when I sound too straightforward. I am concerned about my life when I'm going down half Mount Russell. And he says to me, make we see what go on. and him jack up the vehicle, him go under there, him call some funny names, him draw him tool pan, him rinse, spanner, tighten. When we're done, Mr. Tim say, how much more owe you? You know what I'm saying? That's all right, man. Which part else you get? Oh, I'm sorry. Where else do you get that? That's service excellence. Service excellence exists in Jamaica, but you have to be looking out for it. Where else do I get service excellence? You would have seen my Caribbean Airlines video. It wasn't fabricated. I wasn't paid for it. But I thought that there was excellent service being disseminated, and I thought it prudent to publicly recognize that. Because I was sitting in my seat, expecting the regular dryo, pretzels, expecting the regular biscuit, you know, the one that spike your blood sugar, or the pretzel will spike your blood pressure. And I hear a nice voice coming through the aisle to say, care for a chicken sandwich? I say, what? What you said? Yes? I said, of course I care for it. And when I look, the chicken sandwich was on my table. And then she said, care for something to drink? I said, can I have hot and cold? She said, you can have what you want, sir. So I had both. And it was not even Burger King. Look at me having my way. That's service excellence. You cannot tell me that in this Jamaica of ours, in this Caribbean of ours, service excellence is a facade. No, you are not looking out for it. You are not looking in the right places. Yes? Where else do I get my service excellence? In Jamaica, ladies and gentlemen, I have my doctor on speed dial. Where else in the world does that happen? I don't know because I'm not that well traveled, but I know it happened in Jamaica. If something is happening, I can WhatsApp my doctor and say, this is what is going on. And he will say to me, so that they sound like a wax and cannon. When last you hear about that, eh? My doctor in Jamaica is on speed dial. No, I know there are people who will come and they will say, oh, this Jamaica, only in Jamaica certain things happen. That place could never be the United States. Let me tell you about the United States. I've been working in the United States for the past almost 10 years, and I'm still yet to find a primary care physician. It's just not that easy. Every time something wrong with me, we go to an urgent care, them try and see if they can rectify it, them patch me back and send me on my merry way. If they should say, who is your primary care physician? Me have to just plead the fifth. I don't have one. Yes, it's just not that easy to come by. And of course, when you go to the emergency room, they lay out the red carpet and they wait on you hands and feet, and you're saying, could never be Jamaica. You're right. Because by the time you're leaving as a proper amputee. Because the service that you just get a while ago cost you an arm and a leg. Am I lying? And the bill don't come to you same time. No, they're not going to do that. Because they make you feel like you're sitting pretty. And then 3 weeks run off and you see the first one come. I'm not even going to get into that. Service excellence exists in Jamaica. People talk about it could not be the United States. Walmart now have a solar work down there. Are 2 people working at Walmart? Edith, the little old lady, we are looking for see if you have teeth anything when you are self-checkout. And Arnold, the man where they at the gate, who a whole man where they at the gate for check the receipt, who half the time him just tell you hello when you're passing and send you on your merry way. Last time I went into Walmart, I'm trying to get a piece of fabric so that I could go home and try and patch up something. And I was standing in there with the roller cloth in my hand. Yes. And I stand up in there until almost winter. Who are the people who watch Game of Thrones? You and I know that winter never come. I was in there until it was winter. And the only reason why I came out of Walmart is because I know that I had to speak here today. What are you going to tell me? That service excellence does not exist in Jamaica, but it is everywhere else? That's a lie. That's an absolute lie. Service excellence exists in Jamaica. Talk about the mechanic in Jamaica. When we overseas, we don't talk about mechanic. We talk about the dealership. If a spotter highlight drop on ground and you go to the dealership, they do you the privilege, the honor of doing a full check And them tell you all kind of things where you're going to need to be prepared for over the next 2-3 weeks a month at the dealership. And when you get whatever it is that you go there for, there is a bill. When me did say my mechanic say, that's all right, man. Yes, service excellence happens in Jamaica. Could not be England, really? Are you kidding me? Because I remember running down a bus in England. I saw the bus at the bus stop. I was running to catch the bus. I run until I was 65 like Merlin Atty. To this point, me not catch the bus yet. Because same as how me catch at the bus door mouth, the driver close the door and drive off. Could never Jamaica. Because the last time I run down a bus at Jamaica, the doctor man lick the bus like him a try to lick it down. Boop, boop, boop. Hold on, driver. Don't left him. That's service excellence. Service excellence exists in Jamaica, but you have to be intentional about looking for it. And when you see it, you have to highlight it. When you come across people who become contortionists to make you comfortable, whether you're in the airport with your 1,500,000 bag coming from overseas and you know you one cannot carry the 4 check luggage and the 2 hand luggage and your personal item plus the pram with the baby. And as soon as you're coming through airport, somebody spot you and say, oh Jesus, and just rush come with one trolley and start pack up your something. Them know why you're not. That's service excellence. Yes, service excellence exists in Jamaica. So when you're ready, the next time you're ready to nail Jamaicans to the cross, don't take the one who happens to be having an off day. People have off days. We can't use that one time to draw a conclusion. Give them the opportunity to reconcile. Do I beg you? Give them the chance to make it up to you. Remember saying, no, we're not wine up Dolly, you know. You remember wine up Dolly? Where you wine the key in the back and when you finish them to trick around so. Whole day them a trick around until it finish them stop. And you wind them up again. We're not so we program. That's not how it works. And that is why I ask you to extend grace. And so there are 2 charges that I want to offer you this afternoon. And I want to place a disclaimer right here that I'm going to be making reference to a pig, but I'm not calling anybody in the audience a pig. Although by now, if you have such temperament or such traits, it would be no surprise to you, but I digress. I'm not calling anybody a pig, but I choose to use the pig because of the startling oxymoron that the pig represents. A pig knows how to respond to care. It is interesting that if you want to liken an awful person to a dreadful animal, you call them a hog. So watch this, your hog. When we have unpleasant experiences with somebody, whether them demeanor, whether them facial expression, whether the way them talk, we saying here, a hog that. The interesting thing about a pig is that they know how to respond to care. And I would know because growing up in St. Elizabeth, I was the pig whisperer. The pig what? Whisperer. Yes? Because when I was growing up, them used to tie the pig pan in foot. When you tie the pig pan 1 foot, as a little beanie piggy, and him start to grow, then the rope begin to cut into the flesh. So it now becomes necessary for you to take the rope off 1 foot and put it on the next foot. Now, needless to say, sometimes the rope stay on the pig for too long, and him just wait until the opportune time to get away. Anybody in the audience know when pig always get away when you live a country? If you don't know, you really never live a country. Pig always wait until rainfall. Pig no get away no other time until after the rain. You did mind your own business, don't eat a little corn pork and gungle soup, you know, I get ready, you know, if you go bed and go in that house when you're here. You wonder if your ears are tricky when you look out that door, you hear, at the hog. Get away. because somebody was negligent. But I was the pig whisperer. My responsibility was to calm the hog while my grandmother changed the rope from one foot to the next. Now, understand, ladies and gentlemen, like I said before, that by this, the rope had started to cut into the flesh, which means that this is a painful experience for the pig. Not very pleasant at all. But guess what? I knew where to scratch the pig. When you scratch the pig's side, you scratch inside and start rock with you first. After him start rock with you, you scratch him some more. Him calm all the way down, him say, him drop on him side. When him drop on him side, you switch location. You start scratching belly. When you start scratching belly, him just open up him 2 foot so. And if you want to slaughter him same place, you can. A pig knows how to respond to care. Now, the truth of the matter is that we cannot take for granted when we are dealing with people just because they display a certain disposition that they are not calmable. People respond to care. If you go there and you see that the person just had a rough client, a rough customer, I know that your business is important. I know that you don't have any time to waste. But the truth of the matter is that sometimes if you take a minute to say, are you okay? If you take a minute to say, how are you doing? It makes that much difference. And it changes the tone of your discourse and the kind of taste where you leave with in your mouth. By that same token, ladies and gentlemen, my grandmother would often say, you can take the hog out of the wallet, but you cannot take the wallet out of the hog. Customer service cannot be something that is approached in a haphazard kind of flippant, kind of random kind of way. We cannot take for granted that people know how to do it just because they're employed in a specific capacity. We have to be approaching this thing deliberately with intentionality because we want to ensure that the people who we are employing to interface with the public, that they have the requisite training to do so. It cannot be left to personal discretion. It is unreasonable to ask of somebody something that they are physically, emotionally, or psychologically incapable of. So my charge to you, show care, no man. Extend some grace, no man. And you will see the difference in your exchange with this person. Second charge, where is it? So, Jamaica Customer Service Association. My brain crossed way a while ago. Short circuit. Jamaica Customer Service Association. We have a huge responsibility. Far too many people come under my video and commenting one name so. We need to show them one name so because we know one name so and we have evidence of it. So we are going to be pushing the limit. We are going to be stretching this thing far beyond this 1 week of awareness and far beyond these 2 days of conference because we know that great things are happening in our beautiful country. Yes? So in closing, a very famous philosopher, her name is Shireen Anderson, she said, and I quote, "Are the good nana nana make him have to come back." End of quote. A lot of businesses in Jamaica have the good nana nana. And we know this because there are people sitting right here in this audience who are adamant that there are certain places that them cut them here and them not going anywhere else. There are certain places where them do them nails and them not going anywhere else. There are certain places that they shop and they're not going anywhere else. There are certain airlines that they travel with and they're not travel with no more else. And I could go on and on and on and on and on. There are businesses in Jamaica who have secured your loyalty because they exemplify service excellence. We cannot ignore all the wonderful things that are happening in favor of the few things sporadic about the place. We are trying to nasty up the thing. Like I said before, ladies and gentlemen, if you go looking for something, you are likely to find it. If we're looking for positive things, we find positive things. If we're looking for negative things, we're going to find negative things. Anything that you go searching for, you are likely to find. And all the ladies in the audience who, as your husband shitting you the in phone, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Andrew Miss Pearly Grandson Dennis, and it was a pleasure serving you. Before I go, I want to say to all my ladies who are diagnosed with breast cancer, have somebody in their family with breast cancer, anybody who know anybody suffering, going through treatment, whatever, our heart goes out to you. I am in your corner. I am praying for you. I am representing for Pinktober. And I also want to say that if there's anybody who is living in anywhere in the projected path of Milton, pack up your local countrymen and move. Even if you own one yacht, move, go and leave it. Naked came you into this world. Every single thing that you have amassed for yourself since you've been on planet Earth, you can get it back again. Anything that doesn't take your life doesn't take anything from you. Follow the rhythm and take for yourself and then go build back afterwards. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for having me. Service excellence exists in Jamaica. Anytime you want to find me, I'm Miss Pearly Grandson on all social media platforms.
What a way to end this conference. What a way to round out day 2. What a way to round out the first annual conference organized by the Jamaica Customer Service Association. Miss Pearly Grandson, you know this a pint at all, sir. Thank you so very much. And of course, we are now going to move forward as we extend grace because it makes a difference. Thank you so very much for the inspiration, the motivation, for the representation. Thank you so very much, Miss Pearly Grandson. And I do have some notes because I've spent the last couple of days just taking a look at what people have done to inspire, to educate us, and to take us to higher levels over the last couple of days. I know that those who came on to be a part of this wonderful experience, you are not at all disappointed. I will not allowing some of you to leave here empty-handed. So I am going to give away something else. I have a couple more phone credits, and I have a wonderful prize for someone. I already know who I'm giving that one to, but the phone credit, I don't know who is going to get it. But let me say congratulations to those who won, because we did have some winners of the phone credit. And so we say congratulations to you. Let me see if I can scroll up and find those names. I did write them down, but I don't know what I did in the paper. Miss Pearly Grandson, addle my brain. I tell you, absolutely fantastic presentation. But we did have, I'll find those and I'll share them in just a bit. But let me just give out some additional ones because I want to make sure that you all walk away from here feeling as if you are winners. As a matter of fact, I don't have to give another thing because you're all winners. And of course, over the last couple of days, you have been an excellent audience. And so we give thanks for that. All right, so here we go. Let me start with Flo. Ready? 522. I will never give this away already. I don't think so. 379 335 24844. And then I have one more. Make sure I've turned the page. 950, this is for Digicel, 950-861-792-9513. I know someone out there has won that, and we say congratulations to you. So there's something else that I want to give away. And this one I have reserved for someone who is special. You're all special. But this lady, a little bit more special today because of what we're going to give to her. Congratulations to Princess Sinclair Poison, Director, Organizational Development, Gender Focal Point. You have won yourself the JAXA Scholarship. And the reason you won this JAXA Scholarship is that you were the first person to sign on day one of this conference. And so we say congratulations to you. And we know you're going to make very good use of this scholarship. I've had a fantastic time. I always do, whenever I come to these conferences. And I learn so much. I learn so much. I don't want to have the final word. I'm going to give that to Dr. Nsombi Jaja. So before I do my little summary, let me say a big thank you to the entire JAXA team, to the CariFlow team, to Dwayne, my partner in this space. Thank you so very much, Dwayne Lochin. Couldn't have done this without you. Thank you so very much. But the JAXA team, amazing. The CariFlow team, amazing. Thank you so very much. So over the last couple of days, we've had an amazing and a fantastic time. We started off with Sandra Glasgow, and she spoke about the customer service, the reputation of a brand, how you make a customer just feel good, because that will determine if they come back to you. Customer feedback, she says, can lead to updates in your processes, products, and service. And that will help you to take it beyond expectations. David Mullins said we need to pledge every day. That's his process, but he shared it with us. We need to pledge every single day to make at least one person smile. It's important. Start with empathy, he said. And we should be aiming to have people say this is the very best customer service they've experienced. And you should say that about every business and mean it, because we're all operating on the same level. Customer service, excellent customer service, he says, leads to profit. And that is important. Then we heard from Leslie Leafook, and he talked about appreciative inquiry. That came up several times over the course of the conference. Collaborative, strength-based approach to change, that 5D process of appreciative inquiry. Define your areas of focus clearly. Discover what are the pathways, what is working. Dream, what is the ideal situation. Design, how do we plan to achieve our vision and destiny? A step-by-step process, how it is that we're going to use our resources to make sure that we get the best possible results. Dushan Savadia spoke about service delivery, that being the true differentiation. Talked about the fact that without proper innovation, we can't get very far. We need to harness the best technology that will allow us to stay ahead of the curve. And we must be hands-on in everything that we do. Carleen Mackenzie Spencer spoke about promoting a culture of excellence from policy to performance. The service excellence policy, that culture of excellence, that culture of customer centricity, the culture of performance excellence. Service must be designed and delivered, she says, in a way that provides tangible benefits for our customers. Andre Holness talked to us about data protection, the right to choose. By leveraging data protection, governments and business can enhance the customer experience, she said. And we're in the age of digital transformation. We must make the best use of it. Justice Brian Sykes effortlessly highlighted the role of the judiciary in the narrative of excellent customer care. And he has been at the forefront, as I told you yesterday, of the work to get the court system to operate more efficiently. We need to understand what is happening in our own country. And then, of course, we had the team of doctors that helped us to better understand how AI is assisting in healthcare. Because we probably never thought about it, but AI is really helping doctors, not only in our country, but in other parts of the world, to deliver the best healthcare possible. Dr. Navi Muradali, Dr. Janice Simon Fisher, and Dr. the Most Honorable Corey Ford spoke about machine learning, machine vision, natural language processing, and robotics, and that paradigm shift that will lead to improved diagnosis and treatment, enhanced patient engagement, and operational efficiency. And then we had Dr. Ija Thompson. That combination spoke about what is happening with the physical and what is happening here. Mindfulness and wellness, because you can be healthy, but you don't experience wellness, and that is important. And he says, listen with the ears of tolerance, see through the eyes of compassion, speak with the language of love. He was quoting Rumi when he said that. What is strong and possible is the light that guides and energizes us. And he said the purpose of work is often found in the pleasure of using our strength to help others. Dr. Tanisha Ingleton notes that the key elements of service excellence are quality. We're on to day 2 now. Efficiency, empathy, and innovation. And I tell you about that Venn diagram. We are giving each person we meet an experience. And she challenged us to ask ourselves whether we're offering exceptional experiences that exceed customer expectations. Dr. Ann Crick said service excellence is a driver of business, and there's a connection between happy customers and happy employees. She notes that there's a need to engage employees so we can all have a better customer service experience. In the panel discussion, Cheryl Leigh Bridgman spoke about embracing excellent customer service standards. That is important, highlighting the need for training and talking about training that is already working, such as what you get from JAXA. Dr. Lainey Oakley Williams notes that training in customer service is critical to service delivery when you provide excellent service. And she spoke about the experience of getting the work in with Dr. Nsambi Jaja that helped them to get their ISO 9001 2015 certification. And that is helping them to deliver greater service to their customers. And it's paying off in so many ways. Lauren Glasgow said over 200 employees from her organization have benefited from training through JAXA. And customer centricity is important. You see the Venn diagram at work again. And then the queen of AI, Alicia Little, spoke about bringing ChatGPT to life, teaching us how to write in the voice of your particular business. So you can use AI, but you have to make sure that you're using it wisely. And then, boy, Miss Pearlie Grandson put the cap on everything. What a beautiful presentation. It was worth every minute of the wait. Yes, Miss Pearlie Grandson, people respond to care. And we have been challenged to look for excellent customer service because it is all around us. Customer service, he notes, cannot be approached haphazardly. It must be intentional. Show care. Extend grace. Yes, so we had 2 fantastic days. I'm going to ask you, Danny, before I hand things over to Dr. Nsambi Jaja, to bring up that survey. And we also want to encourage you to make sure that you fill out the information online. Talk about how good this conference was, because I know you enjoyed it, I know it was good, and I know you benefited. And the networking will continue long after this is over. So let us bring that up, and then we're going to come back and round this out with the awesome Dr. Nsambi Jaja. So that is coming up in radio. We call this dead air, but we're not going to have any dead air. Danny will tell me when she's ready. In the meantime, let me just tell you about the sponsors and give our thanks to them, because they were very important part of this. In fact, we couldn't have had this conference without our sponsors. The Public Sector Modernization Division, the Ministry of Finance, and the Public Service, and they are a platinum partner. We also have the RJR Gleaner Communications Group, another platinum partner. We have the Jamaica Cultural Development Commission, the Private Sector Organization of Jamaica, Rhythm FM, Caribbean Center for Organization Development, all partners in this. We have our gold sponsors, National Commercial Bank and Bank of Nova Scotia, Jamaica Limited, the Jamaica Public Service Company in the silver category, joined by VM Group and the National Housing Trust. In the bronze category, JMMB Group, National Health Fund, Guardian Group, Jamaica National Group, Berths Auto Parts Limited, the Tourism Enhancement Fund, Restaurant Associates Limited, the Bone and Joint Center, JN Fund Managers, and we say a big thank you as well to Terrence Lawrence. And I believe that Danny is now ready for me. Take it away, Danny. So those are the questions that we want you to answer. How likely are you to recommend this event to a friend or colleague? Highly likely. It's a little prompt. And of course, to access the poll, we're encouraging you to go to Slido, that's SLIDO.com, SLIDO.com, and enter the code. All right, so you can access that. I know that the page is going to remain up after we have finished here. Danny, please tell us for how long, because there might be people that want to visit the booths because they were absolutely fantastic. You can still continue to network when this has ended, because this is what all of this is about. Danny says it will be up until 5 this afternoon. So that's a good stretch of time for you to go back on and make sure that you do the kind of networking that we wanted you to do for this conference. Boy, I'm telling you, my heart full. My heart is full. The link, by the way, Danny says, is pinned in the chat, so you can go to that link. My heart is full. It has been a fantastic 2 days. And who better to bring it to a close than the chairman of JAXA, Dr. Nsombi Jaja. Doc.
Althea, you are one of the best partners we have had in JAXA. You've been with us for years, and every year you get better and better. You have turned up the volume on this conference in a way that no one else could. Your energy, your ability to articulate the thoughts, the way you pulled the various presentations together, and the number of times you've come on and thanked the sponsors, without which this conference could never happen, is unbelievable. And you are the best hostess that we could ever have. And you're on for next year again, girl. You're not going anywhere. Thank you so much for making this such a rich and enriching experience. Mine is the task to show appreciation to the planning team behind this amazing conference. Folks, for those of you who have attempted something like this, you understand what goes on behind the scenes in order to make it happen. And JAXA is blessed with some of the most amazing human beings, not talent, but human beings. Their mind, their heart, and the spirit that they bring to the table makes it such a joy, an honor, and a privilege to work with them. We start every meeting with prayer. We end every meeting with prayer. And throughout the meeting, we are saying, to God be the glory. And I'm not saying that we didn't have some uphill struggles. Of course we did. But guess what? Because of the level of respect and admiration that we have for each other, we might stew a little bit, but then we get past it and we roll up our sleeves and get back to work, because we know at the end of it, we have the desire, the intention to deliver excellent service to every single person who interacts with our team. We embody it and we have delivered. And so, if I call on by name, brethren and sisters, I cannot. And first and foremost, our founder, Ilsa Duvernay, she is this, hers are the shoulders on which we stand. Ubuntu, my sister, we are because you are. Thank you for the vision, and thank you for the resilience, and thank you for the determination and staying with us every step of the way, regardless. Thank you, Ilsa. You have created a platform for the rest of us to serve, and we are eternally grateful to you. Dr. Ensambi Jaja, I love you, girl. You are an amazing human being. Thank you for being a part of this amazing team. Richard, you know what you bring to the table. Richard is one of the most caring, supportive team player that anybody could have come in contact with. He is the deputy chairman of JAXA, and he is the chair of the National Customer Service Week and Conference, and has been for as long as I can remember, maybe the last 10, 15 years. Charmaine Graves Sunday, you are special. God has blessed you with talents. God has blessed you with skills. God has blessed you with a spirit. God has blessed you with determination. Charmaine, many nights Charmaine does not sleep. Charmaine and Terry are up night upon night upon night upon night with their team just to make sure that the graphics and the optics and the flow that you have seen in this conference is seamless. And from your end, it is seamless, but you don't know what they have to go through in the background in order to pull the pieces together so that nothing unravels. Marie Matthews, you are one of a kind. Marie is the director of conference and fundraising. She serves on the board of JAXA, so does Charmaine. And Marie is the energy behind. Marie's connections out there are amazing. Marie picks up the phone and she can call some of the most important people, and they take her call. And when she says, please, we're asking you to assist, they say yes. The corporate social event that we are having at Kingston Technical High School on Friday, and the one that we are having at the shelter for the homeless on Thursday. Marie, you are unbelievable in your sick COVID state. You get up and you go buy the TV and you negotiate to get the bracket for the same price and send it down to the shelter so that they can install it so we can do the ribbon cutting tomorrow. You're amazing. Georgette Thompson, my student, my daughter, you are above and beyond. Georgette never says no. Georgette is so willing. Georgette, she takes it on, and even when the task seems unsurmountable, Georgette takes it and she works with it. And then at the end of the day, even if we give our feedback and say, Georgette, not this way, another way, no problem. Service excellence. This team that you see there embodies service excellence. And this is why I know that this organization called JAXA is going to be taken to new heights, because we're doing God's work. And because we all coalesce around the fact that we're doing God's work, I know God is going to take us to places we never imagined. Where the rest of my peeps, them there. Timothy Corley, Vice President Membership and immediate past President of JAXA. Timothy, in your quiet, graceful way, you deliver. You bring such calmness and balance to the team. You bring such wisdom to the team, because when all of us running down a precipice, Timothy will say, may I position an alternative view. Thank you, Timothy, for what you bring to the table. You are a service excellence ambassador, and we are grateful to you. Terry Ann, when me I go say about you, girl? You are everything that we could ever ask for in a marketing coordinator. You work so well with Charmaine and the rest of the team. You are so, I don't want to say compliant, because you're not compliant. You are so cooperative and understanding and caring and so talented. Tasa, VP Professional Development and the executive, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And we will see the fruits of your labor in the supplement that's going to be published shortly. Mrs. Dolores Jones, Vice President, Fundraising and Finance, the lady with the style, the lady who brings class, and the lady who brings calm and a certain demeanor to our sometimes, let me use the word robust discussions in the meetings. Thank you, Dolores. You are a joy to work with, my MBA student of many years. Every crooks, with trouble I'll give you, and you just take it and run with it. You need no direction. You need nothing except to say, this is what we're asking you to do, the poetry competition. And you take the ball and you run with it and you deliver, and you never complain at any stage. You just delivered, and you have delivered excellently this time around, as you did the last year and the year before. Thank you, Avery. And Erica Heslop Martin, you hear her on the ads that we've had on radio, and you hear the beautiful voice on the video, excuse me, that we have shared in our Jackson booth. And she was the hostess for the graduation ceremony. Another person that when you throw balls to Erica, and what she just takes it and she runs with it. What I love about this team, coming to you, Nakita, is that when we have things to do, people don't shy away, because they see how where everything comes together for a seamless operation, so that Jackson is able to deliver service excellence at a high level. Nakita West, girlfriend, with your grieving and everything, you are still able to weigh in and come in and deliver. And we are so eternally grateful to you. Dwayne, what can I say about you, my brother? You hold the fort, you know. Dwayne is at the secretariat, and Dwayne is the one who holds the fort together at the secretariat. And with this team of persons, we have worked tirelessly. We are like a flock of birds in flight. And as one leads out front and has to drop back because of competing priorities or whatever, someone else steps in and takes the lead. May God bless you all with good health, prosperity, happiness, love, and joy as we continue to work together to take JAXA to higher heights, delivering service excellence to take Jamaica above and beyond. To all of you who have participated in this conference, thank you. Go out and look for good service excellence that is being delivered every day. You go out and make sure that you deliver service excellence every day, so that the narrative can be disrupted, so people can stop saying no good customer service in Jamaica, because they are looking at what is strong and taking the focus off what's wrong. Andrew, tell us, the more we focus on the what's wrong, we're going to get more and more and more and more of that. the more we focus on what's strong about service excellence in Jamaica, as you have seen demonstrated in this conference over the last 2 days, the more you focus on what's strong, the more you are going to get strong, excellent service excellence every single day. It's my honor and my privilege to serve you all, excuse me, and I give you thanks for the opportunity to serve in the capacity of chairman of the Jamaica Customer Service Association. God bless you and thank you.
As children, we learn the true meaning of being a hero. Being a hero requires great sacrifice for others, not just ourselves. We learned about the heroes of Jamaica's past and how much of themselves and their lives they had to give in building a nation we should be proud to call home. They believed in a Jamaica that was more than just a country, more than just an island, more than land surrounded by water. They believed in a dream of a free nation of people, a nation built on the foundation of their sacrifices, a nation of many people working as one, a nation that would continue to produce legends and nation builders that serve towards that vision. As children, we were also taught the National Pledge, a solemn promise, an undertaking. I would like to believe Sir Hugh Sherlock, while writing this pledge, understood the vision and dreams of our heroes. It's clear being a hero is too much to ever ask any one citizen. Luckily, the pledge does not require heroics of any of us. It merely asks that we honor our heroes by striving to advance our nation and ultimately inspire the world, like they and many Jamaicans have done. It's important we remember those words. These words. Before God and all mankind, I pledge the love and loyalty of my heart, the wisdom and courage of my mind, the strength and vigor of my body in service of my fellow citizens. I promise to stand up for justice, brotherhood, and peace, to work diligently and creatively, to think generously and honestly, so that Jamaica may, under God, increase in beauty, fellowship, and prosperity, and play her part in advancing the welfare of the whole human race. If you are like me, a Jamaican born and raised on this land, Maybe you will remember saying those words, singing that song in a classroom or some general assembly. If so, like me, you made a pledge. Somehow it seems like many of us have forgotten that. The crime and violence, the indiscipline and short-sightedness, the corruption, the lack of respect for our beautiful lands we are blessed with, and the waters that surround and nurtures us. We have to do better. Let us honor our heroes so that they would not have sacrificed so much in vain. I hope this video can make a difference to even one soul. If so, it would all be worth it. If you feel the way I do, share it. May my voice become yours. Thanks for watching.